Well, well, well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere. You can't beat Marvin Gaye, people. Honestly, I'm sorry. I'm an old school man. I love all the old stuff. Soul and Motown. I'm a music man. You guys know me, right? I say it all the time. And do you know what? I'm one of those weird blokes. I don't know. Do you know what? I don't even think this is weird. I don't know, because if I do it, you guys must do it. I don't know. There are some nights when I'm at home and I'm searching for something to watch on the TV, and TV is nowhere near as good as it was back in the day, because I'm always struggling. I spend more time trying to find something to watch than what I actually do watching stuff, right? So what I do, I've got these. I recommend anyone who's not got these, get them, right? Bose, right? They're what's it? Earbuds. Really, really good, right? Really good. Expensive, but they're worth the money. Anyone who's into their music, buy them. I put them in, and literally all night I am jamming, right, to all the songs on my Spotify, yeah? Obviously, I'm in my living room, and I just use this as like a dance floor, and I am dancing all night, literally, listening to tunes, all the old stuff, though, do you know what I mean? I'd listen to whatever, dependent on the mood, but normally it's 70s and 80s, disco, soul, Motown, Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross, Al Green, The Shy Lights, yeah? Temptations, that is my bag, that is my era. I'm telling you now, guys, I'm 41 years of age, but I was born in the wrong era, I'm telling you now. Yeah, I'm an 81 child, right? I am, admittedly, but I love all the old stuff. So anyone who's into their music, please, please, please play Marvin Gaye. I'm telling you now, that will get you in the mood. Anyway, that was my introduction to you all. Hope you're well. Hope we're all good. Can you hear me? I do this every single stream, and I make no apologies for it. I need to know that you guys can hear me, because I'm about to preach. Yes or no? Anyone? Don't mind who it is. Come on. Anyone? Come on. I'll wait. I've missed you all. I love yous. It'd be really embarrassing if I've just been chatting away for the last 2 minutes and obviously someone puts in the chat, we can't hear you, Deez. We can't hear you. Big Dave, what's going on? Wagwan. Luckily you can. Longhead Yeti's Cave. Come on. Don't be naughty. Tot Josh. Oh, some new people in the chat. Love it. Lovely. Thank you very much. Right, you can all hear me. Guys, welcome to Diesel Arsenal. Right, this is the place to be, and we all know that. Come on, let's not be shy here. Let's be totally 100% truthful. This is the place to be. This is the man who you can see right now on your screens or on your phones or whatever, wherever you're watching it, whatever you're watching it on, whatever device you're watching it on. We all know I am the man who speaks the facts, right? I do. I speak the facts, and I like to bring a bit of banter. Yeah, no monotone robots here. Yeah, nothing but pure banter, pure character, pure honesty. Yeah, and pure factual information, right? Now, already I can see the usual suspects in the chat, the usual legends. And I will give all you guys a shout out, and I will, like I do every single stream. That's the one thing I do not miss. Every single stream I do, I make a point of saying you guys are the superstars, not me. That is a fact. That's not an opinion. But listen, before I do that, excuse me, before I do all the intros to you guys, I just want to give a big shout out and a big thanks to TJ Warren. Anyone who didn't see it, they was nice enough, those guys over there, Infamous Dow, TJ Warren and Conrad, as I like to call him. They were nice enough to invite me onto their channel on Friday night. Friday just gone at 9 p.m. it was, UK time, 9 p.m. And it's always nice to be invited onto someone's channel, because I don't often get invited. God knows why. But no, all joking aside, I just want to give a big shout out to them. Really nice guys. It's the first time I've spoken to them, or to TJ anyway. But yeah, it was I really enjoyed that stream. And yeah, anyone who's not watched that, please give it a watch. And also give him a follow. Yeah, nice guy, speaks a lot of sense. And I was in very good company on Friday. Let me just say that. I was in very good company. Southern Gooner was on there as well. Matt, my guy, Matt. I love that guy. Listen, a bunch of nice people. You don't often come across nice people on YouTube. well, in my experience, you don't anyway. So the very few that you do come across, you need to embrace them, show them some love and support, and give them a follow, right? And also, I just want to give a big shout out to my good friend Wazza, Warren's Team Talk. I spoke to him earlier on. He's very poorly at the moment. He's not well, so I know he can't be here with us tonight. So when he does catch up on this, I just want to give a big shout out to Wazza and say, Wazza, I love you. Thank you for everything that you do on my channel. You are a good friend, you are a top man, and you're very loyal. And listen, those are the ingredients that I look for in someone. So Warren, get better soon, mate, when you see this. Listen, and just know we're all a family, and we're all with you. Get your strength up, mate, and we'll speak soon, right? When you're back at full strength. So I just wanted to obviously put that out there as well, guys. Right, listen. With no further ado, let me give you guys the superstars, the real superstars in the chat. A big shout out now, and I'm going to start from the very top, and then once I've done that, we'll crack on with this lovely, wonderful, classy club that we all support, or some of us anyway. Right, Pepsi Pack, big up yourself. We've got Darren Sullivan, aka Dazzler in the chat. We've got Noel Kane in the chat. There he is. We've got Early Doors Football TV, Early Doors relative brother-in-law of young Terence. Tone, I've got to say, I've tried him twice. He's not returned my calls. Have I upset him? Tell me the truth. Just let me know. If I have, I'd like to know why I have. What have I said that's upset him? I don't know. He never, ever ducks my calls. He always calls me back. So on this occasion, he hasn't. I can only assume I've upset him. Did I coat off his manager one too many times? Is he crying his eyes out? I don't know. But tell him to man up and ring me. But anyway, Early Doors Football TV, big up yourself, mate. Up you well. We've got Kabir Adden in the chat. We've got the lovely, the beautiful, the gorgeous Steffi in the chat as well. Hope you are, my love. Lovely picture, by the way. Mwah! Right, who else we got? We've got Oregon Goon. Oregon Goon was on the stream with me on Friday night. Big up Oregon Goon, my guy from Day as well. Love you. Hope you're well, mate, and thank you for the invite. Really appreciate that. We've got Ali D in the chat. Big up yourself, Ali D. Hope you're well, mate. Ali D, cousin of Ali G. All right, see what I did there? Yeah, brilliant. Who else we got? We've got the lovely Jonathan Calvert as well. Big up yourself, Jonathan. Let me just quickly touch on this. Oh, actually, hi, Diesel. I need your thoughts about having a partner. Do both partners need a degree to have a good life? Or can it also settle when one does and the other doesn't? I take right. Let me just quickly touch on that, right? Because I've had a couple of messages recently, right? From I'm not going to embarrass the people, but I've had a couple of messages on private, on DMs, on Insta, with regards to like relationships. And look, I'm in a situation with this girl. Diesel, if it was you, what would you do? How would you handle it? What would you say to her? How would you approach it? And I've answered those questions. And listen, look, and I make out now. I am not for any. I'm not saying I'm qualified because I'm not. But I do like to think I've been about, and I do like to think I've got a certain degree of intelligence where I can actually tell you guys straight. My thing to your question, Jonathan, I would say, mate, listen, I've been in a situation like that where I'm bringing quite a lot to the table, and there's a girl that I'm seeing and she isn't bringing as much as me to the table. What I would say, mate, is if she's not in a position at the moment where she can bring as much as you can, but you know she's striving to try and get there, cool, right? But if she's just a lazy down and out and she ain't going anywhere, then I don't care how good it is, mate. I don't care how nice and pretty she is. Outer now. Right, know your self-worth, mate. You're better. Yeah, it's not about looks and stuff like that. It's bigger than that. It's what can she bring? Yeah, can she bring the same level as what you're bringing? Yeah, because I'm telling you now, it's all Disney and Care Bears and Candy Floss at the moment. But later on down the line, that will be a big problem. Yeah, but by that time, you're going to be probably too invested in this girl, right? So if she's not got her head straightened, then do you know what, mate? She ain't the one. Outer. Yeah. And let another geezer be her problem. That would be my advice to you. Who else we got? We've got Longhead Yeti's Cave. Diesel, my dude, big up. Hope you well, bruv. Hope you're good. We've got the lovely Joanne Smith in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Joanne. Hope you well, my love. AJ Byatt is here. Come on, AJ, my guy. Static is in the chat as well. My brother. Static, come on. Exactly, mate. See, look, Marvin Gaye, legend, rest in peace. I'm telling you, what a tragedy, man. But what a voice like silk. Yeah, love the guy. Tot Josh, sick name. I like that. Tot Josh, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. We've got Mike England in the chat as well. And yes, good point, Mike. I was going to mention that. Rest in peace to Trevor Francis. I believe from memory, was am I right in saying he was the very first £1 million player? I know obviously we're going years back now when obviously back in them days, $1 million was a massive amount of money. Yeah, big up to Trevor Francis, very good footballer. And obviously was a manager as well. So, yeah, very sad. I think he was 69, died of a heart attack in Spain. So, yeah, can we all give Trevor Francis a big up as well? Aidan Green, big up yourself, Aidan. Hope you're well, mate. We've got the lovely Jez Collins, my guy, come on, my brother from another mother, Jez Collins in the chat. And do you know what, Jez? I'm glad you're here because I wanted to bring something up to you, mate. Let me know. Send me a message on Insta when you're free this week because I want to do a stream with you. I want to get you on here. I'm very aware, mate, that I've been on the last few times I've been on your channel and I feel really bad. It's like I'm taking, but I'm not giving anything back. And I don't want anyone to look at me like I'm just a take and I'm not a giver. Sounds really dodgy rather than when you say it like that. But yeah, you get the gist, Jez. You know what I'm trying to say, right? So, yeah, listen, mate, whenever you're free, then obviously jump on here with me, mate. We do a stream, yeah, and we kick it old school like how we do, Jez. Because me and you, mate, we are like Turner and Hooch, yeah? Come on. Yeah, we just work together, mate. We just work. It's lovely. It's smooth. So when you're ready, Jez, let me know. Or should I say Jesus? We got AJ there. Footy chats. Big up yourself, Footy, mate. Up you're well. We got Swedish Chelsea fan. Oh, my God. If that is Eureka Johnson, oh, my God, I may have died and gone to heaven. I don't think I'm that lucky, by the way, but you never know. I am going to touch on Havertz. Don't worry about that. A lot to say on that. Right, Will M. Hooper, big up yourself, Will. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. I'm almost there, guys. Sorry. Right, we've got Joe Gugg in the chat. Big up yourself, Joe. Is that it? No, it's not. We've got Joseph O'Hanlon in the chat. Big up yourself, Joe. Hope you're well, mate. CMO, my guy. Come on, Conrad. Love it. Come on, Conrad. He's my guy. Conrad is the man. For anyone who doesn't know, Conrad is the man who is responsible for the lovely, sexy, slick, classy intro that I play every time I start my stream. And Conrad was also on the stream with me on Friday night at 9 p.m. on TJ Warren. Is it the American Idiot Show? I feel really bad saying that, but that is just what the show's called. Right? I'm not calling them idiots. That's just what they've called it. So, yeah, let's just clear that up. But, yeah, Conrad was on there with me. Top guy, Conrad. I love you, bruv. Hope you're well, mate, and thank you for being here tonight with us. We've got Black Man Dom. Sick name as well. Black Man Dom. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Boom. Hope you're well, brother. I think that is it. Is that it? I don't want to miss anyone because I feel bad every time I do. Not that I do. I never really do. Oh, we've got Gemma Vivian. I love it when, do you know what? I love it when I get new females in the chat room. It just makes me buzz. I can't help it. I love it. Well, we hope that's a female, right? I've been fooled before. Oh, actually, no, she knows Khan, so she must be a female. Khan said, Wagwan. Yeah? Big up yourself, Gem. Hope you're well, darling. Steffi, yay, Diesel and Jez. See, that's what I'm saying, Jez. Look, we've got our own Jez. It makes sense. Don't let me sell this to you, Jez. Don't make me sell it to you. All right, come on, join me. Rotted, we've got Northside as well. No, what's going on here? Have I been away that long? Yeah, all the real ones are in the chat room tonight. Blood clot. Yes, Northside LDN. Anyone who's not subscribed to Northside, you obviously must be an idiot. Yeah, so please subscribe to the man and do it now. I'll even wait until you do it and then come back to me. Yeah, so look, do it. Yeah, and subscribe to Jez as well, please. Arsenal, the history and more. And Early Doors, I didn't forget about you, bruv. Come on, subscribe to Early Doors Football TV. Now, listen, Early Doors is Tony. Tony is the brother-in-law of young Terence, right? But let's not judge Tony because Tony's actually all right. He's a West Ham fan, but listen, we can forgive him for that because Arsenal and West Ham, we actually do get on. So, yeah, give him a follow as well. Tony, I will say this, mate. I did try and find your channel the other day. I couldn't find it. All right, so you may need to help me out on that, mate. But you listen, big up to you, Early Doors. Big up to you, Northside. Big up, Familia. Smash the likes up, people. Help my brother. Come on. Now, guys, thank you, Northside, mate. Much appreciated, bruv. You know how much I love you, man. Come on, my brother. Now, look, guys, I'm on at the moment 1.691, 1,691. I'm about 9 away from obviously 1.7. Really, if I'm honest with you, I want to think bigger than that. The number I really want to try and get to is 2K. Now, listen, Listen, I know you're sitting at the moment, you're watching me right now, and you're thinking to yourselves, well, Diesel, if you streamed a lot more, you'd have probably got to 2K earlier, a lot earlier, early doors. See what I did there, early doors, pardon the pun. And do you know what, guys? You are right. You are right. But listen, sometimes life gets in the way. You know, sometimes when you've got a child and you're a co-parent, it gets in the way. Work gets in the way. It does. I'm sorry, people. But listen, and I keep saying this, and I don't want to come across like a broken record and broken promises and stuff like this. Yeah, I really am trying to stream more. What I'm trying to do, guys, and it's funny, my mum and dad are watching right now. Big up Mumsy and big up Dad's Pops, yeah? All the way from Spain. Come on. I was saying to my mum and dad earlier on, right? Because obviously we have a FaceTime and obviously they see my face and they're all happy, you know, their boy doing him proud. Boom. But I did say to them as well, I said, look, my problem is once I start chatting, I chat for Britain, right? I make no apologies for this. I can't help it, guys. I'm a chatty-bot. I'm a chatterbox. I'm a potty mouth, right? So instead of doing these 3-hour-long ones all the time, which I know you guys love, or some of you anyway, yeah, but listen, it may have to be a case of little but often, yeah? So I'm talking about an hour, right? Because obviously your night goes, and by the time you look, you know, you finish your stream, obviously it's time to go to bed, you ain't got time to go and eat. Do you know what I mean? It messes up with my diet and my sleep. So listen, you know, I'm gonna do more streams. I promise you, right? So have no fear, it will come. I promise you that now. But listen, I at some point I don't want to get Jez on. I don't want to, at North Side. I want to get you on as well. So listen, you know, whenever you guys are ready, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, let's make the magic happen and let's show the people what they really want to see. Yeah, 3 proper real ones on the stream, chatting facts, not chatting fart. Chatting facts, yeah? Come on. Right, we've got the Assembled as well in there, in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Assembled. Hope you're well, mate. Is that it? Right, I just want to quickly read this now. Static is commenting on what I said earlier on to Jonathan Calvert. Diesel facts for before. I had to let someone go as she was a player, right? Yeah, listen, don't forget, guys, girls are worse than men now. Trust me, girls have caught up, right? We're not angels. Men aren't angels. But I'm telling you now, girls have more than caught up, right? Apologies to Steffi and Joanne. You're probably going to unsubscribe from me now because I said that. But let's face facts here, people. Girls have more than caught up. And I genuinely believe girls are worse than men nowadays. We need to hold girls to that sort of standard that they held us to all those years ago, yeah? That's what we got to do, right? The power is in the man's hands now. Come on. But Static, yeah, exactly. I'm definitely happier. Know your worth. And that's what I'm trying to say, guys. Know your worth, yeah? Right? You're a good person. You come from a good home. Yeah, you come from good stock. If you know those things and you always have those things up here, listen, no one's going to mess you about, yeah, because you know, right? You can separate the idiots and the fools from the proper people, yeah? Right? So just bear that in mind. Listen, we're on 20 likes already. There's 33 people watching. I'm expecting that to go up as I carry on. Well, we can only hope and keep our fingers crossed, right? Right, Brenny K74, Brenny, big up yourself, mate. Good evening, Diesel, and to all of you in the chat. Big up yourself, Brenny. Hope you're well, mate. Jez, let's get Diesel to 2K. Come on, guys. Come on. Just smash the likes and subscribe, please. It's free. I'm not charging you. I should, but I won't. Thank you, Jez. Top man. We've got Jimmy D. Blimey, it's been a minute, mate. I ain't seen you in time. Jimmy D, Everton fan. Big up yourself. Evening, Diesel. Hope you're doing well, mate. Evening all. Look, even Steffi. Hit the likes for a real one. Thank you, Steffi. Look, if you're not going to listen to me, listen to Steffi, right? Steffi's a lot more attractive than what I am. I know it's rare, it's hard, but it's true, all right? So, not going to listen to me, listen to her. Diesel, yes, mate. I will jump on when you say, mate. Top man, Jez. All right, we'll sort it. We'll try and do one this week. Right, I think that's it. Right, look, let's do a deep dive into it, right? Because what I mean by that is let's quickly touch on the game the other night when we played Man United in a pre-season friendly. Now, look, one thing I do want to say, right, and I don't want to sort of come across as I forgot the word. What's the word? You know when you say one thing and then you say another. I don't know what the word is, right? I don't know what the word is, right? Two-faced or whatever it is. Look, what I mean by that, guys, anyone who didn't see the stream that I did on TJ Warren's channel on Friday night, TJ asked me about pre-season games, about when we beat MLS 5-0. And what I said to him was this. I said, look, I look at these games as nothing but fitness, right? At the very best, these games are what I like to call exhibition games, right? It's not about going out there really, putting foot to arse and really going for it, right? These games are designed to improve the player's fitness. That's all these are. We beat MLS 5-0. I'm not being funny. That team was crap. I could have played for them. Let's have that right. I could have played for them. And trust me, guys, I can't run, right? But I could have played for them and I could have put in a better shift than what they did. Didn't rate them at all. I judge Arsenal in the Premier League when it really matters, right? And again, I'm going to go back to this thing that I've been saying since the very first day I did my very first stream on YouTube, right? Arsenal can play when it doesn't matter. Arsenal can play when there's no pressure. Put pressure on this team, apply pressure, even a little bit, yeah? 9 times out of 10, they wilt, right? So again, I'm not, unlike most of these Arsenal fans, I do not fall into the same trap every single season. No. At some point, guys, we have to learn, right? We have to learn and see this team for what they really are. These games are nothing but fitness. However, having said that, this is Man United, okay? This is the team I can't stand. This is the team I hate more than Spurs. This is the team, right, who every time back in the day we played them, it wasn't a game, it was war. It was a battle. It was do or die. Kill or be killed, right? Every single game, irrelevant, whether it was Carabao Cup, FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League, Champions League, doesn't matter. It's Man United. Means something, right? Means something. Now, this game, and I watched it. I watched all of it, right? We lost 2-0. Now, I don't want to come across and say, well, I said one thing on TJ's channel, and now I'm on my channel, I'm saying something different. Yes, I do. I'll stand by what I said. These games are nothing but fitness. But the caveat to that is Man United. Any other team, cool, we lost 2-0. Oh, well, don't mean nothing is fitness, right? But this is Man United. And I'm telling you now, players of old, Tony Adams, Patrick Vieira, Ian Wright, Campbell, yeah? Right, Petit, those players from back in the day, Stevie Bold, Lee Dixon, Winterburn, David Seaman. If this was a pre-season game against Man United and these players from yesteryear were playing, I'm telling you now, it would have been a battle. It wouldn't have been, oh, it's only Man United. No, forget that. Let's just focus on our fitness. No, doesn't matter where we play them, what time we play them, in what competition we play them. It's Man United. We hate them. They hate us. Pre-season or not, go out there and kill them and murder them. Yeah, that should always be the mantra for this club. And yet, the other night, did we see it? No. They were quicker than what we were. They looked fitter than what we did. Yeah. Everyone's bashing Declan Rice. I say everyone. I've seen a lot of comments on social media. The one thing I will say, this was his first game, right? Now, for one, I'm quite excited by seeing Declan Rice and seeing how he integrates into this team. The one thing I will say, he better bloody integrate quick, because whatever he's done for West Ham, that's in the past. That's done. That's forgotten. We judge him on what he does for us, right? Now, look, when you spend that amount of money on a player, I'm expecting that player to come in and listen, look, from day dot, this man's got to come in and perform and be the boss of that midfield. When you pay 105 million for a player, especially a midfielder, that is what I like to call boss money. That's boss money. When you're paying that amount of money, you're paying that for a boss. You're not paying that for a youngster who's got potential. In 5 years, he could become world class. No, that is world class money. Now, Declan Rice isn't world class. Far from it. No, he's not. Could he get there? Yeah, of course. He's good. He's a good player. I think he's overrated a little bit. Yeah, I do. So, but it'd be interesting to see what he does in a better club. But the demands of Arsenal, guys, and this is where people need to seriously fix up and start learning and start listening to Diesel preach, right? With all due respect, and I know we've got early doors Tony in the chat, and I know he's a West Ham fan, but let me just say this, right? With and I mean no disrespect when I say this, playing for West Ham and playing for Arsenal are two totally different things. Totally different things, right? The demands for playing at a club like Arsenal are far greater than playing for West Ham. That's a fact. That's not even in my opinion, that's a fact. It's a bigger club, right? By far. You are expected to come in and do the business in every single game. Arsenal are expected to win every single game, right? West Ham, no. Do your best. Do what you can. Yeah? Beat relegation. Get to 40 points early doors and then see what we can do. Arsenal, no. You've got to be going for the league. Simple as that. The demands are just the mentality. It's just chalk and cheese, right? Let's judge him and see what he does. Now, for me, if we're going to get the best out of Declan Rice, what is equally as important as him integrating into the team is who he partners with, right? That's the thing for me. Now, Kai Havertz, let me just say this. Arsenal do not learn, okay? Every time we buy a player from Chelsea, it doesn't work out. Firstly, I'm sickened that we paid that amount of money for him, because that amount of money could have gone towards a top-class striker, yeah? Havertz, for me, clip this, guys. Remember this now. Havertz, in my opinion, will be the next Mesut Ozil of Arsenal, and not the good one, right? I can see it already. This whole circus that came with Ozil, that language style that he plays, yeah? Oh, he is world class, providing he's got this beside him, he's got that in front of him, he's got him behind him, and he's got him over there to the right, and he's got that to the left, and that to the right, and he's got that up front, and he's got no. Sorry, no. We don't say that about Kevin De Bruyne. We don't say that about Bernardo Silva. I'm not having this argument, because that was to get the best out of Ozil. He needs this, he needs that, he needs this, he needs that, he needs this, he needs that, he needs this, he needs that. No, too much accommodating, right, to try and get the best out of a player. I can see that happening very shortly with Kai Havertz. Now, a lot of Arsenal fans already are praising this signing, saying, "Oh my God, he's the next Bergkamp. Or, he's going to be even better than Ozil was in his prime. This, that, the other." No, guys, open your eyes and wake up. Right, listen. The last thing we need is another circus, another Ozil type circus at this club. And I've got a feeling with the signing of Kai Havertz, that is what we are about to get, because this is a player who, in my opinion, is going to divide opinion big time with a large section of these Arsenal fans, right? Do I think there's a player in there? I do. I don't think he's crap, right? My problem with Havertz is he's got to... We talk about Declan Rice hitting the ground running. Kai Havertz has got a lot to prove, right? Now, in that game, yes, it was a pre-season, right? I get it. But Kai Havertz, his mentality should be, I'm going to go to the Arsenal. I'm going to show everyone, every man and his dog, what kind of player I am, yeah, and what kind of player I've been talked up to be. Forget Chelsea, that's done. Going to the Arsenal, my only aim, my only target in going to Arsenal is playing to the best of my ability and mainly shutting people up. His whole thing should be shutting people up, proving a point, right? For me, I'm a massive believer in that solidarity amongst brothers, in the trenches. Who you're looking to? The Roy Keanes, the Patrick Vieira's. You're about to go to war. You look over and you see a Roy Keane, you see a Patrick Vieira, and you think, yeah, Tony Adams, that man over there, that is who I want beside me. That is who I want to follow me into battle. That is who I will follow into battle, because I know he's got me and I've definitely got him. When it gets tough, that's when people's true character comes out. Kai Havertz, for me, I don't see it. I may be wrong. I don't see it. I see another Ozil, a luxury player, right? When you're 3-4-0 up in the game, Havertz can play pretty football and it's all nice and glossy and sweet, right? When you got to dig in and work, he ain't the man. He's not. I'm sorry. That's what I see. Now, Man United, I thought he was poor. Listen, he wasn't the only one. But I want to see a player who's busting the gut. I want to see a player who wants to show Mikel, do you know what? You were right to buy me. You were right to part with that money. I want a player to come to the Arsenal and from the off, I don't care if it's pre-season, guys. I don't care. The minute you put that shirt on and you enter onto the pitch, yeah, you work, you graft. Make it look like 65 million for you was cheap. It was a bargain, right? Put your foot in. He looks, do you know what? The comparisons I see with Ozil, it's honestly, it blows my mind. The way he plays, that language style. I see it, guys. I see it. I don't know, you guys in the chat, your opinion. I think this is a really bad move. I really do. Jurriën Timber, I thought he looked all right. I think he'll be a decent addition. Yeah. Not many players come from, Ajax, from that Dutch league and smash it over here. But give him time. He looks athletic. He's quick. I think he'll be a decent addition. Havertz, I'm not impressed with that at all. What sickens me with that is the amount of money we paid Chelsea. Honestly, they must have thought their luck was in. Yeah, they see a bid for 65 million from Arsenal. Listen, we would have taken 50. I genuinely believe they would have taken 50. Yeah, 65 million. Blimey, yeah. Where do I sign? I'll drive him to you myself. So I'm not impressed with that. If one thing we learned against Man United, for me, I've said it before and I'll say it again, we need a striker. I'm sorry, we need a top-class striker. Eddie Nketiah, how this guy is still at this club, I don't get it. Arsenal are willing to sell Balogun, but you want to keep Eddie. It should be the other way round. Now, people can say, oh, well, Balogun, he scored all those goals, but it was in the Farmers League. Okay, well, I'll tell you what then. Here's a question for you guys. If Eddie went out on loan to, was it Reims, whatever they're called, could Eddie have done last season, scored all those goals, what Balogun did? Now, I genuinely don't believe he would have. I don't. I think Balogun is a much better striker than Eddie Nketiah. I really do, right? The fact that Arsenal are looking to sell Balogun, I think that's wrong. I said this on TJ's channel on Friday. If Arsenal do decide to sell him, right, let's not do what we normally do and give him away. If you're going to sell him, now listen, we all know, right, that there is a massive, massive dearth of strikers out there at the moment. And Balogun is coming off a good season last season where he bagged all those goals, right? I don't care if it's a Farmers League. He's still got to score them, right? If there is a severe lack of decent strikers in the market at the moment, then if you are going to sell him, why don't you make sure that you get proper money for him? Proper money, minimum 50 million, minimum. And along with that, the caveat to that, if it was me, if you're going to sell him, I don't want you to sell him, but if you are going to sell him, for God's sake, put in a buyback clause. Put some sort of clause in there because we could potentially have an Andy Cole situation on our hands. Whereas we sell Balogun and wherever he goes, he ends up smashing it and turns into a top-class striker. Yeah? And we look as fans and think, blimey, we had him in our hands. How did we let him go? Now look at him. He's smashing it all over the place, right? Arsenal don't do stuff like this. Real Madrid do and Barca do. We don't. Put in a buyback clause. Put in something, right? So that if this guy pops, we get first refusal. And later on, if need be, we can buy him back. Will Arsenal do that? No. Because we don't negotiate well at this club. Yeah? And there's a lot of thickos who work at this club. And this is the problem, right? This is the problem. We need a top-class striker. That is what we are missing. Yeah? And again, Jesus, as much as I like him, is he going to get us 25, 30 goals? No. No, he's not. Right? He's not. Simple as that. Saka, another thing I said on TJ Warren's channel on Friday. Saka. Now, have you noticed in that game, at some points, not all the time, and again, we saw this towards the back end of last season, two players on him, two players marking him, trying to get a reaction out of Saka. Listen, they all know he's our star boy. He's the one. He's our top player. He's the main one. Yeah. And towards the back end of last season, we started to notice Saka was, he's normally calm when he plays, but he was starting to bite a little bit. He was starting to sort of show a reaction. And I think this season's going to be even worse. I reckon a lot of these defenders are going to go for him. They're going to double up on him. They're going to kick him out of the game. And he's got to learn to sort of take that. He's got to learn to keep his mouth shut and not bite, because once he shows a weakness, they're going to be all over him. Every time he got kicked and tackled, he's moaning to the ref. Right now, for someone like me, who's a very old school type of fan, this is a contact sport. I think a lot of people forget this now about football, right? It's a contact sport. Okay. Yes, some players are going to be rougher than others, but ultimately, take it as a compliment. Bukayo. Yeah, take it as a compliment. That is the opposition who do that. They know that you're the star boy. They know that you're our best player. And so because of that, they keep you quiet. The likelihood is they're going to keep the rest of the team quiet, right? What people need to realise, what you guys need to realise as well, and I know a lot of you do, right? But at the end of the day, what Arsenal did last season took a lot of people by surprise, okay? I for one, when I was asked, where do I think Arsenal were going to finish last season, I had us down for 7th. How wrong was I? But then saying that, to be fair, I don't think anyone could have predicted us getting 2nd, right? Or mounting a title challenge. So, as I said, we took a lot of people by surprise last season. This season, however, people will see us coming. People now know we're a good side, right? And they're going to be coming for us. I said it before and I'll say it again, and I still maintain this, guys. If there was ever a time for us to win the league, it was last season. I don't think we're going to win it this upcoming season. I really don't. Yeah? My argument with Arsenal, and this is what really pisses me off, pardon my French, it really does. The amount we've spent, close to $1 billion, right? Not far off. 700-800 million? We've not got one world-class player in that squad. I still maintain this. Now, look, I said to you guys before, when I did a stream before, I fell out with a friend of mine because we was at a dinner party and he's telling me about Saka and Martinelli are world-class players. World-class. And I said, how are they world-class? No, they're not. Now, because I said they're not world-class, he automatically thought that I was saying they're crap. And this is where we're at right now, right, with a lot of these Arsenal fans. And some of them I know, some of them are friends of mine, but let's be honest. I make no apologies, right, when I say this, but some of these guys are absolutely thick as shit, right? Thick. Yeah? They're not world class. Can they become are they good enough to become world class? Yes. This isn't me saying they're crap. They're far from rubbish. I love Saka. I love Martinelli. But I'm not going to sit here and lie and be fake and say they're world class. Listen, right? The question I posed, right, to them was, how can they be world class? They've never played in the Champions League. That comment alone should shut it down, right? For me, you can't be considered a world class player if you've not played in the top competition. The Champions League. I'm sorry. For me, that just makes sense. Now, when I said this to these guys, they said, "Well, why should that matter? It doesn't matter. Look at what he did last season. One season, you're world class. He had a good season before. No. Stop throwing this term around like it's confetti, like it's so easy. No. To become world class, you have to hit certain benchmarks. I'm sorry. These guys haven't yet. They haven't won anything yet. You can't be considered world class if you haven't won anything. You haven't ever played in the Champions League, right? We're now in the Champions League. Let's see what these players do next season, right? Because I'll tell you something now. I'm holding this club to account. big time, more than I ever have this upcoming season, yeah? So you guys, make sure you stay tuned, right, to Diesel Arsenal, because I'm telling you now, you know me, right? I don't sit on the fence. I don't take no prisoners, right? I ain't into this cancel culture bullshit. All these certain Arsenal fans who I'm now seeing on TalkSport. And I know how they got there, yeah, because they chat fart on their channels, right? And now look, now we can see why they were doing that, to get a spot on TalkSport, right? You know what I'm saying? I have no interest in being on TalkSport, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. I have no interest in being on TalkSport. So therefore, I can say what the hell I bloody like. Therefore, I can actually speak the truth. Therefore, I can actually speak the facts, yeah? And the facts are this. Mikel Arteta has spent a lot of money, right? I hear a lot of Arsenal fans now saying with these 3 additions, right, our squad is levels above what the squad was last season. Okay, cool. So by that logic then, right, come on now, let's talk facts here. Let's be sensible. By that logic, if that's what they're saying, and last season we finished second, but now our team, our squad, is levels above what it was last season with these 3 new additions. Okay, so cool. So by that logic then, that means Arsenal should be able to go one better than what they did last season. And by me saying that, what that means is this season then, Arsenal should win the league, right? Because for us to go one better than what we did last season when we finished second would be to finish first, number 1, numero uno, yeah? This upcoming season. Now, when you mention that to these Arsenal fans, and they start stuttering and sweating, no, but Deez, come on, no. What I meant was, no, I'm not saying that, Deez. Come on, bruv. Well, there ain't no come on, bruv, about it. I'm just going on what you said, right? Yeah, come on, let's have it right here. Let's have it right. And again, still a lot of Arsenal fans saying, well, top 4 this season, last season, yeah, we were close, but as long as we get top 4 next season, then we're still on track with this project. Top 4. We finished second, and you'd be happy with top 4. But you know what? Again, does it surprise me? No. Because this fan base sickens me, guys. It really does. Not everyone, of course, but there is a large section of Arsenal fans who are just absolute idiots, uneducated idiots. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't care if this makes me sound harsh or sound like an absolute idiot, an arsehole. I feel sorry for their kids because that is a loser mentality. And no wonder this country is in such a mess, right, that it is right now. Because we have too many kids having kids. Yeah, we've got too many parents with a loser mentality, and that will seep down to your kids. Yeah, because all kids look up to their parents, or they should, right? They should, yeah? They want to be just like daddy. They want to be just like mummy. Yeah. If all you're showing your kids is a loser, then that is what they will grow up to be, inevitably. Right? Why would you want that for your children? Any decent parent should want their kids to have better than what they ever had. That's what you call a decent parent. Stop showing them this loser, this weak mentality, and start holding this club to account, because we have spent a hell of a lot of money. And for that money, we expect the league. Right? And I'll tell you something now. Instead of Arsenal doing what they normally do and buying these up-and-coming youngsters with the potential to be world-class in 10, 15, 20 years' time, yeah? Now Arsenal are buying ready-made players. Mikel Arteta is handing himself rope, and let's see what he does, because there are no excuses. He should not be here now. They've bottled it twice, and I'm sick and tired of Arsenal fans who are forgetting that. Right, with these short memories. 2 seasons in a row now, we bottled top 4, and last season we bottled the league. Last season, as I said on TJ's channel, I'm sick and tired of hearing Man City as an excuse as to why we didn't win it last season. Us not winning the league last season had nothing to do with Man City. We lost it because of us. Us! Because the pressure got too on top, right? And these players wilted, along with the manager. Yeah? We bottled it yet again. But, Mikel Arteta, he gets a 3rd chance. If we bottle it next season, that's all right. 4th chance, 5th chance, 6th chance. No. Listen, the most ardent Arteta fan, surely, Must have a little bit of a brain in his head where he thinks, do you know what? I love this guy. He's good looking. I want to fuck him. Cool. Yeah, cool. Sweet. But after a while, everyone's got a limit. There's got to be a time where you've now got to look at this guy and think, do you know what? I love you, Mikel, but seriously, bruv, you've got to start delivering. He's got to, right? There is no excuses now. I'm sorry. None. Right? Guys, if I'm totally honest with you, there were no excuses last season. There were no excuses the year before that. But yet again, here we are talking about bottling it 2 years on the trot, 2 seasons on the trot. He spent a lot of money. He has been backed. Make no mistake. I don't hear no Arsenal fans saying Arsenal don't spend money, they're crunkies. No, he's been backed. He's had money. What he's asked for, he's got. Simple as that. Right? Now he's got to deliver. Got to deliver. I'm sorry. No, there can be no circumstances. No, it's not conditional. It's non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Right? He's got to win us something this season. End of. I don't care if we get second again and win nothing. He's out of a job. Right? I'm sorry. It's time that we start laying demands on this club. And you know, I'll tell you something now. If most of these Arsenal fans were like me and you guys in the chat, I'm telling you now, this club would be moving different. Different. Yeah? But as long as there's certain channels out there that peddle that narrative, oh, it don't matter. Don't matter. As long as we get top 4, as long as we're in the Champions League. What is this obsession with being in the Champions League? If you're going in it in order to go and win it, cool, I am down with that. Trust me, I am with you. Yeah? But some of these Arsenal fans, it's like, just to say, yeah, we're in the Champions League, that's enough. They don't want to win it. They're not interested. They can just say, my team's in the Champions League. And that's it. You know, that's not enough. I'm sorry, it's not enough. If you're going to go in it, go and try and win it. Who knows? Go for it. Yeah? I said this again. I'm going to keep mentioning TJ Warren's channel because everyone needs to subscribe to it. But look, on Friday, I said the same thing. I watched a Pep Guardiola interview, yeah, and all this guys, and you guys, you know me, I am in love with Pep, right? Best manager in world football, bar none. I love this guy. This interview, talking about the trophies he's won, he kept talking about the Carabao Cup. Said it 2 or 3 times, right? And I'm thinking, this is a man. This is a man who manages Man City. This is a team, this manager and this team. If there was a team in this league who could afford to look down on the Carabao Cup and piss it away, it'd be Man City. If Man City had done that, right, just fielded literally kids in the Carabao Cup, they lose, they're out. No one would really bat an eyelid, right? Because this bigger fish, fish to fry sort of thing, no one would say anything because it's Man City. They're expected to win the big trophies, right? See that word, expected. They're expected, right? But do they? No. Do they look down on it? No. Does Pep take it seriously? Yes. Does he feel the strong team in that? Yes. Does he want to win it? Yes. Is he proud of winning it? Yes. Does he mention it in interviews? Yes. And this is the difference, right? Man City, who can afford to look down on it and piss it away, they don't. They go for it. They go to win it. Arsenal, on the other hand, look down on it. The arrogance of this club, the arrogance of the manager, they look down on it. Why? Why? If Arsenal are just like Man City and they're winning leagues and Champions Leagues, do you know what? Cool. Use it for the youngsters. Do what you got to do, Arsenal. If you win it, it's a bonus. If you don't, oh well, don't matter because we're going for that big one over there and we're going for that big one over there. And the likelihood is we're going to win him. We're going to win one of the two, right? Arsenal, you're not there. You are not there. You are not cocky enough to look down on the Carabao Cup, right? I'm sorry. This is where arrogance comes in. And this is where Arsenal are an arrogant club and they always have been. Take these cup competitions seriously. Mikel, the FA Cup, take it seriously. One of the big reasons, and this is another thing what a lot of Arsenal fans tend to forget, a big reason as to why Mikel Arteta is still here is because he won an FA Cup. Do not piss on the very thing that has kept your job safe or that kept you in a job, right? Because I do honestly believe a factor as to why he's still here is because he won that. Yeah? So when he wants to look down on these cup competitions, don't look down on it too tough, Mikel. My advice to you, be like Pep, yeah? Because in any other thing, any other tactic or style of play or players you buy, you copy Pep. We all know it. You copy Pep in every other way. So if you're going to copy Pep in every other way, how about you start copying his mentality? Start copying his attitude, yeah? Win everything you enter. Because to Pep, a trophy's a trophy. No matter how big or small, it's a trophy. You win, yeah? That's what a winner is, a true winner. You go in and you go in to win everything that you are involved in. Yeah? Pep doesn't look at the Carabao Cup and think, what's that? Butter. Small. Fart. No. Yeah? No. He goes to win it. In it to win it. And Mikel needs to adopt that same mentality, right? And he's got to do it this season. Yeah? Sorry. You know, but it's true. The fans outed Arsene Wenger, yeah? Because the fans eventually had enough. Some were earlier than others. But let's have it right, guys. It was the fans, really, that got Arsene Wenger out the door. Yeah? And Mikel is not a patch on Arsene Wenger. Not a patch. And if the fans can do it to a man like that, what makes people think the fans can't do it to a guy like this? Yeah? Sorry. That's a fact. Right? I'm very aware, guys. I've been rattling on. Let me just go to some comments. 44 people watching right now. Thank you very much, guys. Arsenal since 1987. Big up yourself, mate. Diesel Arteta close to 700 million spent. Should be winning the league minimum. He's had it easy. Too long now. No more excuses. Exactly. Fact. Diesel, exactly. It's number one or nothing. Arteta doesn't like strikers. He's a false nine manager and falsely qualified for the top job. Do you know what, right? And this is the thing. I'm not the only one who said it. You know, I've had a lot of Arsenal fans say, do you know what, right? The missing piece of the jigsaw is getting that elite level striker. Yeah. Now we saw what a difference Haaland has made to Man City, right? Arsenal, I genuinely expected Arsenal this summer to go out and get a gunman up front. Yeah. Put down whatever money, right? But they haven't done it. So they're relying on Jesus. They're relying on Nketiah. Furthermore, why did Nketiah play the other night? Put Balogun in. You know, let's see what he can do. You know, it just pisses me off, guys, because, again, yes, last season, Odegaard, I think, scored 15. Saka, you know, chipped in. Martinelli, you know, there were goals all over the place. Mikel is banging. He's counting on that for this season, this upcoming season. That's what he's counting on, right? To get goals from him, goals from him, goals from him, goals from him, right? The one thing that will guarantee you goals, guys, is a gunman, a top elite level striker up front. Yeah, you can have a striker up front who's going to get you 20-25, and you can still have Saka chipping in, you can still have Martinelli chipping in, you can still have Odegaard chipping in, right? This is the thing I don't get about Arsenal, right? They need 3 or 4 things that need fixing. They will fix 1 or 2. If they need 4 things fixing, they never fix 4 things. They always fix 1 or 2, and they leave the other 1 or 2. If the attack needs work, but the defense is fine, or should I say, sorry, they fix the defense and leave the attack. Season after, they'll fix the attack and leave the defense. They always do that, and it bugs me, right? They've got the money. Yeah, they've got the money. And when you think, and I know they've spent this summer, I know they have, but I'll be very interested to see who goes out. Because you have to judge that, guys. When you look at who goes out, at the moment, what have we spent? What, 200 million this summer? Am I right in saying that? Now, just say they get rid of these players and they raise 100 million. Just say, right? I look at it and think, so they've spent 100 million. That's it. Right? Judge the finances once they've outed the players that they're going to out. And then you work out what they've spent this summer. And I guarantee it won't be mind-blowing. Yeah? That's why I think they're going to sell Balogun. Because Balogun's a player they could potentially get, say, 50 million for. Right? Because a lot of clubs are in need of decent strikers. But decent strikers are few and far between. Now, judging on what he did last season, they need to strike while the iron's hot. Okay? So they're going to sell him. I don't think they should. Eddie, they'd probably get 15, 20 million for him. He's the one I'd sell. Yeah? But listen, that's irrelevant. Arsenal need a striker. They need a striker, I'm sorry. And if they don't get one, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm nervous about this upcoming season. I think Arsenal are going to do what we did last season? No, I don't. Because I'll tell you something now. They fooled me last year. And this is one thing that really does piss me off, right? I can't lie. I'm sorry. And I'm angry at myself more so than the club for this, right? They fooled me. Because there was a time I genuinely thought, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. You know, the mentality is actually there. The hunger is actually there. They actually don't look scared. And lo and behold, when you look closely enough, there they are. That's the real Arsenal. Yeah, they're coming out now. Yeah, that's them. Yeah. Too little, too late. Right? Someone said to me, is it a player problem? I said, no, do you know what? Arsenal could get another. And listen, in the past, I've said this. In the past, they could get Messi and Ronaldo. Would Arsenal still win the league? For me, I don't know what it is, guys. There is something in this club. I don't know whether just buying players will solve it. There is a mentality problem at this club. There always has been. I say always. The last several years, right? You know, the latter years of Arsene Wenger, there is a problem, a mentality problem at this club. And any ex-Arsenal player dare speak out about it, fans jump on them. You know, the Thierry Henry comment. And this comment has always stayed with me when he said everything is nice at Arsenal. It's just all nice. It's nice. Nice, pretty. Candy floss, Disney, Care Bears, floppy dogs. Nice. It's all sweet. Lovely. Yeah, we all get on. Family. Familiar. Nice. Just nice. It's just nice. Right? That was what Thierry Henry was saying. It's just nice. And I know what he meant by that. It's comfortable. Yeah? Everyone at Arsenal's comfortable. Yeah? There's no ruthlessness. There's no ruthless streak. It stinks of sentiment. And this club always has. Sentiment is what's killed Arsenal in a way. Yeah? This is why. And I know a lot of you guys, this is the one thing I say where a lot of you guys sort of, you look at me a little bit sideways, right? But this is why I just can't. I'm Arsene Wenger, for me, yes, he done some great things at this club, but I just can't forget. I can't forget all the nonsense. I can't forget the top four mentality. I just can't. And this is why I bash this man, right? Because a lot of what we're seeing stemmed from him. And there's part of me that looks at this and thinks, do you know what? You say you love the club. But if you love the club, why would you do that to us? Yeah? Profiting off failure, getting his bonus every single year, getting a pay rise every single year. For what? Selling our best players every single year. Selling Van Persie to Man United. I'll never forget when Piers Morgan was on YouTube. He did a video once, and he actually said the difference between Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson. If that was Arsene Wenger, and Arsene Wenger rang up Sir Alex Ferguson and inquired about Wayne Rooney, I'm telling you now, guys, that would have been a totally different conversation, right? Fergie would not have given Arsene Wenger the time of day. Yet Fergie can ring up Arsene about Van Persie, and a deal is struck. Then they go on to win the title because you gave them our top striker. They won the title because of us. We handed the title to them. The minute we gave them Robin Van Persie, what did they do? They went on to win the league. Sackable offence. Sackable offence. It's disgusting. You don't do that. Man United, of all clubs, nah. And this top four mentality, doing a jig on the touchline because we secured top four. So a lot of these Arsenal fans who have this thing in their head about top four, this is all down to Arsene Wenger. This is why I bash the man. This is why I bash him, because I can't forgive him for that. I'm sorry, I can't. Right? I'm not into this, it was years ago, forgiven for... No, bollocks to that. No, I don't forgive. No, I'm sorry. You've done us a wrong one. You say you love the club, but you treat us like that. No. You're not welcome back here, Arsenal. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm not having that at all. And look, and people can say to me, yeah, but Des, come on, man. You can't keep blaming him. He's been gone years. Yeah, but look at the after effects of his, he's leaving us. Look at Arsenal of today. Look at the Arsenal fan base, the majority of the Arsenal fan base. Top four. We finished second last season, in with a good shout of winning the league. And yet, off the back of that, Arsenal fans are still, to this day, talking about top four for next season. They're not on about going one better and going head-to-head with City and winning the league. No, settle that. They're on about top four still. Top four after what we did last season. They're still on about top four. Loser mentality. Loser. Come on, guys, wake up. Loser. Right? How can we spend all this money and you're happy with top four? I mean, come on, what's it going to take? And this is the thing, guys. I keep saying this, football now is like the theatre. Yeah, the winning thing is done. Yeah? People aren't interested in winning anymore. You know, it's not about trophies anymore. It's about going to a match, stuffing their face full of popcorn, getting their money's worth and going home. That's it. That is where we are at. That is where it's at. Yeah? And when I say all of this, it's not about, not like, of course, the whole Arsenal fan base, because there are a lot of fans out there who are like me, yeah, who share that mentality about winning. It's all about trophies, guys. I don't care how we get them, just get them, right? Fans nowadays more interested in style of play. If we win, it's a bonus. Well, yeah, I'd like a trophy, but the main thing is I want Arsenal to play champagne football. You know, even if we lose 4-3, I want to see attractive. No, stop that. No, it's about trophies. It's about winning. Instill a winning mentality. Right, now look, that season, right, when we bottled top four, season before last, and the excuse was, well, they're all young players, you know, they would have learned from this. They will experience it together, come through the lows together. Next season, they'll be a lot better for it, right? Last season comes, again, we bottle it. The narrative again, is it the same thing? Well, they're still young players. They're still young. Don't forget, it's only a year. They're going to learn from this next season. They're going to learn together, highs and lows. Okay, cool. Look, listen, guys, we can't keep using this, they're young. They're young, they're kids, they're young, they're kids. No, I'm sorry. Come on, something's got to give it, right? They're internationals. Yeah, these players are pampered beyond belief, right? I'm not using that. It just winds me up, okay? This season, there are no excuses. I'm not into this top four. No, this season, Arsenal need to win the league. Arsenal need to win something. Yeah? They need a trophy this season. Fact. Yeah? And I couldn't care less if there's someone in the chat, why do you hate Arsenal so much, bruv? Listen, you're a little boy. Come on the stream, yeah, and tell me where I'm going wrong. Come on the stream. Yeah? If not, shut your mouth. I know school's out and it's obviously 6 weeks now, yeah? It's 10:15. You're up late, right? That tells me that obviously school's out. Yeah, calm yourself down, Khalid. Right? It's not about hating Arsenal, bruv. It's about putting this club. Yeah. Listen, when you spend this amount of money, we expect something in return, right? So when you spend this close to £1 billion, what was it, £700-800 million? Again, why does no one? Sorry, guys, I have to ask this question again because I've said it before. Let me say it again. I don't hear anyone sort of saying all that money spent and we don't have one world-class player. Is that not strange to you? Does that not baffle you? That amount of money spent and we ain't got one world-class, not one, out of a squad of what, 26, 27? One? Not one? And maybe it's me. Maybe, obviously, because my age and what I've seen growing up, when I could name 6, 7, 8 world-class players in that squad, fast forward to today, with a lot more money spent nowadays than what it ever was back then. We knock Highbury down, we go to the Emirates in order to compete with the elite. And yet, here I am sitting here on the 24th of July, 2023, and I can't name you one world-class player, truly world-class player in the squad. Now, for me, that's just wrong, isn't it? Do you not think that just sounds wrong? Do you not think there's something wrong with that? I do. I really do. I'm sorry. And again, have we got players in the squad who could potentially go on to become world-class? Yes, of course. Of course. The assembled. 700 million spent on potential. There you go. Right. 37 likes, 46 people watching. Come on, guys. Smash the likes, please. Smash the likes. The ratio doesn't quite marry up. Come on. Please, please, please. Smash the likes. Go Diesel, come on. We've got Guna Gargamel. Big up yourself, mate. Hope you well. Shai Havertz will score one goal at best. Dumb signing by Arteta. Do you know what? I said on the stream before, right, when I did a stream on here about a month ago, and I said, look, it's around the time when it was announced, it's going to go one or two ways. This will either become it will either be an absolute amazing, like it'll be a very smart, astute signing, or it's going to be stupid. It's one or the other. There is no in the middle. But you know what? Having thought about it and our history, whenever we buy players from Chelsea, I look at Havertz and I see Özil. I do. I can't help it. I see Özil. I see us having the same problems with Havertz as what we do, as what we had with Özil. Yeah. Another one, Thomas Partey. Now look, I said before I think he's going to go. Yeah. The fact he was dropped. It's an hard one because the way he got bullied last season by Jack Grealish, party boy. I said, do you know what? Sell him. And do you know what? I've not heard one other person say that about Partey. I think I'm the only one. And do you know what? Good. I don't mind being the only one. Yeah. You know me, guys. You know I've got arsehole. I'll say it. Get rid of him. Because I'll tell you something now. I know I like Partey. I'm not saying get rid of him because he's crap. He's not. Right? But I'm sick and tired of this guy going missing. And I know he's not the only one, and a lot of them do. But I expect more from him. Yeah? Because last season, he was the boss in that midfield. He was the boss. Every midfield, every team who wins the league has got a boss in midfield, right? You can't win the title without having that boss. And when the pressure was off, he was the boss. And all of a sudden, he goes missing. Then he gets bullied by Jack Grealish. I'm sorry. My 10-year-old son wouldn't have got bullied by Jack. He did. And ever since I saw that, I've looked at Thomas Partey in a different way. I'm sorry, right? When you look at the man, you think, you got bullied by him. You allowed him to mash you up like that. No. He can go, right? But, got to replace him. Yeah? I still don't see why Arsenal don't go and get Caicedo and pair him up with Rice. I just don't get why. I don't understand it. It's still time. And do you know what? I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, right? I know Chelsea are in for him. If Arsenal entered the race for Caicedo's picking Arsenal. right? Arsenal have got the money. This is the mad thing. They've got the money. They've got it, and you did want him in January. He's still there. He's free. Brighton know he's going to go. They know he's going to go. Go and get him. Go and get him. Arsenal, if you're serious about winning this league, then you've got to do what's required in order to go and win it and put yourself in the very best position to go and win it. The midfield is the engine room, is the heartbeat of any team, right? Go and get him. Go and get him. And get rid of Thomas Partey. HV, big up yourself, mate. This fan base is effing shite. They are so pathetic. A large section of them, mate. I totally agree with you. Stephen Baverstock, big up yourself, Steve. Hope you are, mate. Yes, Diesel, you are a real one. Thank you very much. It's never hate. It's just that you want the best for the club and for us to be back where we belong. Not like some of our fans that think top four is a trophy. Like, seriously. Steve, great comment. And guys, let me just remind you, right? I watched one of Northside's streams, yeah, and he showed Yardman on AFTV, right? And this is what I'm saying. This is why, listen, I've got nothing personally. I've got nothing against those guys over there, right? I've met Robbie, yeah? It was nice to me. Met him at Claude's funeral, sat next to him in the church. Yeah, fine. Not an issue at all. My issue is the narrative, right? My issue is this. For example, Yardman. What did you? It was something along the lines of what did you expect for the season? Yeah, and he come out and said, "I expect Arsenal to win the league." The minute he said that, there must have been about 20 guys around him. They all burst out laughing, including Robbie. They all burst out laughing. Right now, I've seen a few where I'm just seeing Yardman actually, and do you know what? He speaks. He speaks well. He's saying the same thing I am. And this geezer's getting mugged off left, right, and centre, right, by everyone, all them dickheads and kids around him, right, laughing at him, taking the piss out of him, right? And yet you got someone like Julian who goes on there, and we all know the geezer's a fucking actor. Sorry to swear, right? We all know he's an actor. We all know he's paid, right? Yeah, but he boosts the ratings. Look, from a business point of view, I get it. I can see why they've put him on the channel. I get it. I totally get it from a business sense, right? From a football sense and from a true fan, yeah, it's outrageous. And that crap don't help. I'll tell you that now. Don't help. Yeah? Yardman, every time I watch this guy, he's speaking facts. Yeah, demand, right? Yeah, and in that stream, he actually said, "You know what? I think he held out his season ticket." He said, "You know what? I'll pay a lot of money for this. In this cost of living crisis that we're in at the moment, I'm paying top dollar. What, you think this is like £10-15? This is big money. Season ticket is big, especially at the Arsenal. It's big money. And they're going up. My God. Everything around us is going up. There's more food banks in this country than what there are McDonald's. That's a fact. That just goes to show you how tough it is out there at the moment, yeah? Right? And yet these season ticket prices are going up. So anyhow, the club thinks about the fans, and no, they don't. They are there to take your money. Thank you very much. Putting the prices up. The season we've just had, boom. Opportunity to put the prices up 5%, they do it. To hell with all of you guys who have got your bills that you're struggling to pay for and kids to feed. We don't care about that. We want more of your money. And these Arsenal fans bend over, take it, week after week after week. But they still pay it. Love for the club, passion for the club. I get it. Cool. I get it. Right? I do get it. I ain't knocking them. But when he's holding it, season ticket, this cost me a lot of money. The least I expect, right? Or what I expect as a fan. If I'm going to do my bit and put my hand in my pocket and pay top dollar for this. This is what I want in return. Now, what is so wrong in that? What is so wrong with an Arsenal fan saying, look, season after season, no matter how much it goes up by, no matter how much the cost of living crisis is affecting me, no matter how many kids I need to feed, yeah, no matter how much my gas bill's gone up, no matter how much the water bill's gone up, I will still, every season, I will still put my hand deep, reach into my pocket, and somehow find the money to fund my season ticket. I will still do that no matter what's going on at home or what's going on around me. I will still, that's my pledge to the club, right? That's what I will. That's me doing my bit as a fan. Now, I'm doing my bit. Now, I need you guys to do your bit, right? And my demand is win us a title, win us a trophy. What is so wrong in that? Now, this guy says it all the time, and all you see is these dickhead people around him, yeah, laughing at him, mugging the geezer off, yeah? That prick Lives, or whatever his name is. He's another one, dickhead, yeah? Anyone who follows this guy, I'm sorry, every time I watch him, I think the geezer's an absolute prick. Can't stand him, right? Can't stand him. Butters, geezer. Butters, Brock. Don't like him at all, yeah? What an idiot. He was one of them, yeah? Quick to sort of say something. I'll tell you something. You're lucky that's on camera, because I tell you, it's a yard man come from Jamaica, just like me. I tell you, box you in your face, yeah? Bust your head. Giving it all this and that, trying to be in the camera, yeah? They don't want you there, bruv. I have it on good authority that a lot of people there think you're a dickhead. I ain't the only one, right? You're an idiot, mate. You're a fool. Laughing at yard man because what? He's actually got standards and demands for this club. You're just one of these Johnny-come-latelys, bruv. You probably don't even support Arsenal. You're there because you spotted a little gap where you can be, I don't know, increase your following, your subs, your followers or whatever by appearing in a little 2-minute cameo. That's all it is. That's all it is, right? You ain't proper. I'm sorry. And a lot of them are like that, ain't just him. Yeah? But I'm sick and tired of it, guys. I'm sorry. This is a man who's actually he ain't doing that for clicks or likes. He's genuinely saying, look, right, this is a big club. Arsenal ain't no backstreet corner shop. This is a big club, right? And if we're going to do our bit as fans, we need this club to move like a big club, yeah? Pay the fans back and do what's required to go and win a league. He's saying exactly what I say, and yet they're mugging the guy off, laughing at him. And I tell you, and that is the channel in a nutshell. That is it. Yeah, and yet we've got these youngsters who watch that and think that's cool and it's slick and it's funny and it's the norm. No, it's not. No, it's not. That is no different to watching EastEnders, Coronation Street or Hollyoaks or whatever it is. It's no different. Take it from me, it's not. Don't follow them. Don't be a sheep. And it's the thing, we've got too many sheep in this fan base. In fact, in the country. I forget football. Not enough leaders, but we've got loads of sheep. People who like to follow and don't have their own mind. Yeah? Have your own mind. Right? Put demands on the club. See, we've got a geezer in here, right? This little Khalid boy, yeah, saying, why do I hate Arsenal? Right? Do you honestly think this is coming from hate? Right? I'm a 41-year-old man, bruv, and I've seen Arsenal growing up be one hell of a team where games were won in the tunnel before we even entered out onto the pitch. I want that back. Now, look, I understand times change. I get it. Maybe I do live in the past too much. I don't know. Right? But it's very similar to me, and I always use this analogy, guys. I go on holiday, and I've always gone half-board, self-catering, or whatever it is. Yeah? There was this one holiday, Dominican Republic, me and an ex-bird of mine, right? Went there, and we got all-inclusive. Not my idea, it was hers, right? She booked it. We went there, all-inclusive. What, as in, I can have a drink whenever I want. I ain't got to pay for it. What, I can have, so I'm at the bar, and you're telling me I can order 30 JD and Cokes, and no one's going to say no. He will make me 30 JD and Cokes. It blew my mind. I swear to you, I've never, ever done all-inclusive, right? And I went there and I ate and drank like an absolute king, right? I put on about 4 or 5 stone, 2 weeks, come back, right? I could not believe it. I can have a cheese. If I want 10 cheeseburgers, I'm not going to eat 10, but just to say I want 10, he will make me 10. Yeah. This is mad. I swear to God, guys, right? Ever since I came back off that holiday, I hit a benchmark. Now I cannot go away and not have it. It can't. It has to be all inclusive. It has to be. I refuse to go on holiday. I don't care where it is in the country or sorry in the world. If it's not all inclusive, I ain't going. Right? I've been having burger all those years. I have a steak for the first time, and you want me to go back to that? No, steak's the norm now. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same logic, right? It's the same. When you're a winner, you're a winner. Yeah, what you think Pep's going to rest on his laurels because he won the treble last season? No, he's looking to do that stuff again. He's looking to do it again this season. Yeah, that's what a winner is. A winner strives. That's that word, strive. Strive to get better. Strive to be the best. Always striving, always moving forward, never standing still, moving forward. This is why I love Sir Alex Ferguson. Yeah, never ever rested on his. He wins the league. Right, do it again. Yeah, always bought 2-3 top players every single summer just to keep the rest on their toes, so they know you drop off. You dare drop off. If I sniff a drop off out of you players, I've got Billy, Johnny, and Adam willing to come in and take your place. Yeah, kept everyone on their toes, kept everyone hungry, kept everyone sharp. Focused, right? This is what winners do. Yeah, they don't rest on their laurels, guys. They go, they keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. They keep striving, keep moving forward. Yeah, that's what winners do. They keep moving forward. And when you look at this club, yes, we got second last season. This upcoming season, they've got to be going for the title. Simple. And they've got to do what's required in the transfer window. They've got to get a top-class striker. Minimum. Right? I would even get Caicedo and a striker. Then we'll talk. Yeah? They've got to do those things. Got to. Because for me, this ain't enough. Bear in mind, we're more or less playing double the amount of games this season. Right? Bear that in mind. We couldn't win the league last season and we was playing one game a week. One game a week. All right? Don't come to me with all this tiredness nonsense, right? Rubbish. We're talking about athletes here, right? They've got to do it this season. There are no excuses. He's bought money. He's bought players. He's been given what he's wanted. Okay? He's been given a lot of money. Now is the time to deliver. Right? Deliver. 40 likes. Thank you, Static. Big up yourself, mate. Marlon Benny, who says you have to be adjusted? Oh, mate, listen, like, ignore him. He's young, man. He's young. Don't worry about it. You always get one, didn't you? Right, let me go to the comments quickly. Good comment, the assembled. If you stand next to a millionaire, it doesn't make you a millionaire. So why, because Arteta stood next to Pep, do a lot of Arsenal fans think this makes Arteta a genius? Fact. Great comment. TG23, big up yourself, TG. Hope you're all right, mate. They say Arteta is not going to get it right in pre-season and that it's okay that we lost. But to play Odegaard and Havertz, two attacking midfielders with the 6 in Rice, knowing most teams, even our previous. Facts. Teams usually have an attacking mid, a box-to-box, and a sitting Partey kind of player. So why, just because it's a friendly, do it? If you're not going to do it in the league when it starts, because that's our midfield. Yardman gets wrecked on it. He does, mate. Listen, I don't watch it religiously every week. Some of you guys send me little clips here and there. And I, especially when he's on, because I actually quite like him. And he does. And you know what? He's the only one on there who actually speaks a bit of sense, yeah? And yet he just gets ridiculed. Honestly, like the way they were mugging him off, I just feel sorry for the bloke, because I tell you, if that was me, I'd be swinging. I'm a big man. I'm 41. I've got little kids behind me trying to laugh at me like they've been there, seen it, done it. You ain't done nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You're kids. You are kids. Simple as that. You're from the Arsene Wenger days, right? That's it. I'm sorry. And I'm on about the latter Arsene Wenger years, right? Nah. Ali D, the way Yardman was treated was shocking. The only video I've seen where I liked the interview, he talked facts. And this is what I'm saying. You know, these guys are looked at as the super fans. Like, something I will never, ever get on board with. It's something I don't ever agree with. Sorry. No, they're not. Right? But yet, it's a big platform, and a lot of Arsenal fans do watch it, and they do take it in. And what can I say? Yardman always gets shut down. Facts. I'll tell you something. I wouldn't mind getting him on here. Now, because of what I say about them, if he ever come on here, they'd probably say, look, if you're not welcome here, how dare you go on Diesel's channel for what he says about, or whatever. Yeah. So it probably won't happen. But I'll tell you something. I would. I'd like to converse with him. I really would. Jimmy D, Arsenal Liverpool fans years ago before Klopp, their aim was always to win the title, mainly because of the standards that they were brought up with. Yep. Fact. Guna Gargamel, we had a shit season, finishing second has never been acceptable ever. I was 16, 21 years ago. Christ. AJ, shirts have gone up by 12%. What the F? Where's the respect for the fans? Shirts have gone up 12%. Now look, not that I watch every single channel out there, because I don't, because a lot of them, if I'm quite honest, they bore me, right? And I'm someone who needs to, for me to like watch something and enjoy it, the person has got to keep me entertained, but you know, they have to sort of get my attention quickly, right? When people chat rubbish and I can see through it, because after this lot, they all say what I'm saying, but obviously the camera's on them and they got a narrative and all that rubbish. And half of them are trying to get a job, you know, within the media and get on TalkSport and you know what I mean? And all that rubbish, right? So, yeah, a lot of them I don't watch. I can't be bothered with it. But yeah, I'll be honest, not a lot of these channels actually really go into depth and mention this, you know, about just how much money these season tickets are, just how much money the shirts are, the kits. You know, especially, you would have thought, I'm not saying the club has to severely slash their prices and give it to us for free. I'm not saying that. But you would have thought in these, what's going on at the moment, you would have thought the club could have done something, just a little something, just to try and relieve the, you know, the cost or the pressure, do a little something for the fans, because years and years of sentiment and nonsense and rubbish, and yet the fans still follow this club. No matter what. Yes, we moan. And we have a rant and this, that, and the other. But ultimately, we're always there, right? And you would have thought the club could have recognised that and maybe done a little something. You know, what's an Arsenal, like a kid's Arsenal top in the stores, what, 65, 70 quid? That's just for the top. Forget the shorts and the socks. It's things like that. It's things like that for an already rich club. Stuff like that really gets my goat. It does. I'm sorry. It really does. I think it's shameful. I really do. Livs can't say F.O. Have you seen his cheeks? Talk about weight gain. Now, the geezer's an absolute idiot, mate. I'm sorry. Absolute fool. I see straight through him. Jimmy D, I've given up my season ticket at Everton mainly because of several reasons. Number one, the prices I can't keep paying for. Number two, work-related, especially midweek. And I haven't enjoyed it for the last 5 or 6 years. Do you know what? Here's me talking about Arsenal and obviously, you know, the things that annoy me about this club. But blimey, Everton, Christ. Jimmy, have you even made it? No disrespect when I say this. Am I right in saying Everton are the only club who haven't made a signing yet? I'm sure I heard that the other day. I might have it wrong. I don't know. But let me know. Do you you know what, right? I've just seen earlier on, yeah, Wilfried Zaha, right? He's signed. It's all confirmed. I think he's signed for Galatasaray. And I'm looking at that. I'm thinking, no, I'm not saying for Arsenal, right? But I'm saying Zaha for me. I think Zaha's a decent player. He's not great. I think he's good enough to have remained in the Premier League, right? And I look at a club, well, half these clubs, and think he's gone all the way to like Galatasaray. He didn't get any attention, from what I believe, from any Premier League clubs. And speaking of what you're saying there, Jimmy D, Everton, even Everton, I mean, he would have done a right at your club. I don't know. I just look at it and think, I just find it weird how no Premier League clubs come in for him. He was on a free. He can still do a job in this league. On his days, he's good. I just find that really baffles me. It really, and people can say, "Oh, it was that experience he had at Man United." Well, no, it's not that. It's got to be something else, because number one, that was time ago. Number two, well, we can all name players here who have had worse experiences than what he had at Man United, and they still get a move to to a top club or a decent club. We can't keep going off that Man United. I don't know. I find it really weird. Jimmy D, look, I respect those who pay their hard-earned money to go home and away all the time for their clubs, no matter where they are in the table. And this is my point, guys. I'm not saying this to mug off the Arsenal fans who go home and away and have got season tickets. If anything, I'm saying this to try and back you guys up. Yeah, because no matter what, no matter how tough it is in life, you still find that somehow you find that money to pay. To pay for your season ticket, and they're not cheap, right? They're the highest in Europe, or one of, yeah. And we're talking about people here who've got families, they've got missus, they've got kids, mortgage, car, all these things, and they somehow still find, listen, I praise you guys for it. My anger is at the club. My issue is with the club. How can you increase ticket prices in the way it is at the moment? I'm sorry, I find that so shameful. I can't help it. Darren Sullivan, the new fans were given the keys to the stadium too early, like Arteta was the team. That's why they love him. Yep. And Ewan Jones, nice to see you back, Diesel. You usually do about one stream a week during the summer transfer window. What's going on? Mate, I did say at the start of the stream I will be looking to do more. All right, I'm just trying to find the time, mate. I'm getting back so late from work. I'm getting back. I've just barely got time to have a shower, something to eat. I've got to go to bed and do it all over again. But yeah, I will be doing another one this week, and I will have Jez Collins coming on. So yeah, we're going to do a stream together. So yeah, we'll sort that out. But listen, guys, speaking of that, hit the notification bell, yes. And when I do go live, because there have been times in the past where something's happened or something's kicked off, and I feel some type of way about it, and I want to come on here and talk about it and have a rant about it. And sometimes I do go sort of like, last doors, right? Last minute. So obviously hit the notification bell so that when I do go live, what's that? Oh, it's got a message on Tinder. Boom. I'll sort it out in a minute. Do you know what I mean? So when I do go live, obviously, you guys are informed, right? TG23. Here's the difference. Yardman only does fan cams. He ain't there for the money and don't have his own channel. The rest of them have their own shows, and most create their own channels and stuff. Do you know what? I've always said this, right? Anyone who's got an AFTV background, they could open up a channel tomorrow on YouTube, and they'll instantly get loads of subs. They will, right? The majority of them. If you have a background like that, if I was on there and I did this, I'm pretty sure I'd have a lot more than 1.6. Whether I chat facts or chat breeze or chat crap or whatever, right? It doesn't matter. It's that this, it's just you being on there. It obviously it's it heightens your profile, doesn't it? Let's be honest, whether it's good or bad, right? So, but listen, other than him, he's the only one on there who speaks facts, in my opinion. 45 likes, like and subscribe. Static, big up yourself. Thank you very much. Jimmy D. Anyway, I'm off Diesel. Got a morning shift tomorrow. Take care, mate. See you guys. Great chatting to you all again. Jimmy D, love you, bruv. And thank you for joining us tonight, mate. Sleep well and have a good day tomorrow. Brenny K, Night Diesel, and to all of you, early shift tomorrow. Blimey, everyone's on a morning ting. Everyone's on a morning ting, blood. No worries, Brenny, mate. Big up yourself, bruv. Thank you very much. Listen, I'm not going to go on and on and on because you know what I'm like. I've got to try and time myself now. I've done an hour and a half. Blimey, Steve's going as well. Christ, it'll just be me on my own in a minute. I'm off Diesel on the chat. Brilliant stream again and facts as always. Thank you, Steve. Top man. Guna Gargamel. I love that name. I love saying it. So many G's in it. Guna Gargamel. Love it. We need world-class strikers, Diesel. Yes, we do. Listen, I think a lot of us have said that the one thing Arsenal is missing, the one ingredient Arsenal is missing is a top-class striker. Me personally, if I was Arsenal, I would be going all out to buy Ivan Toney. Now, people will say, yeah, but he's bad. Listen, I will make do with Jesus up front until Ivan Toney comes back. I would. I think Ivan Toney would be the perfect fit for this Arsenal side. I really do. I think there's levels to where he can go. I really do rate this guy. When you see what he's doing for Brentford, but I do think in a bigger and better team, I think Ivan Toney would only get better and better and better. Something about this guy I really like, right? And I do honestly think he would be a perfect fit for Arsenal. Yes, he's suspended, but this guy's going to come back hungrier and meaner and nastier and stronger. And I'll tell you something, if it were me, if it was me and it was up to me, I'd be going all out to buy him, and I will make do with what I've got until he's available. I really would. I think he's that good. Static, walk one. No, I'm only joking. Unfortunately, I must go too, bro. I've got work early tomorrow morning. Blimey, it's 10 to 11, isn't it? Sorry, guys. I've taken up all your time. I feel so bad. Take care, everyone. Please remember to like and subscribe to Diesel. Thank you very much, Static. Have a good day tomorrow, bro. I'm at work. What's going on here? Do I smell or something? What's going on? Something you boys ain't telling me, right? Good night, everyone who's off to bed. TJ, I thought you were saying you was going to bed. Sorry. All right, I'll take that back. Daniel E, big up yourself, Dan. Hope you well, mate. Big up Diesel, mate. Hope you're good. Christ, I'm way behind on the thing, isn't it? Ali D, you're about Evan. When are you at Spurs? They've signed Dan Juma on loan. Sorry, Jimmy D, I'll take it back, bro. You have signed. You have made a signing. All right, I'll take it back. Early Doors Football TV, West Ham, new anthem kit, short sleeve top, 75 quid, 80 quid for a long sleeve kit, then add £15 for the printed. Ridiculous. Do you know what? Blind. This is what I'm saying. It's oh my God. That's just such a... This is why I can't shut up about it. I just think it's criminal. It's so criminal, guys, honestly. 46 likes. Thank you, AJ. Ryan Stockley. Big up yourself, Ryan. Hope you're well, mate. It's like all these players going to America or Saudi. Their reputations are tarnished because we all know they aren't going for the standard of football. Exactly. They are going for dollar. And do you know what? I'll be honest with you, guys. I don't blame them because I would. Especially if I was at the end of my career, I would go. Yeah. I heard something today about Mbappe, right? Obviously, he's been put up for sale by PSG now, right? They want to get rid of him. And I just knew, as soon as that come out, I knew Saudi were going to get together and they were going to try and tempt him. Now, what I'm hearing is for one season, they are prepared to offer him, I'm sure it was something like 700 million. 700 million for a season, one season. I'm sorry. Now, guys, I don't care if it's Saudi Arabia or Beirut. If someone's offering me that, I'm gone. I'm gone. I am gone. Yeah? 700 million. I'm gone. I'm sorry, I'm gone. It's as simple as that. 7, I just can't get over it. And he will get it. Mbappe, he will get it. AJ, also Diesel, I need to say a huge thank you to you and the chat for all making me welcome here and caring about me, because after my grandfather passing 5 months ago, still not easy, but I'm getting there. Now, big up yourself, AJ, mate, and thank you for sharing it with us. And I'll tell you something now. AJ, I've always said this, right? Yes, I come in here and I talk about Arsenal and I talk about life and I talk about birds and I talk about people's jobs and stuff like that, right? You know, your everyday stuff that, you know, that affects us all, right? But at the end of the day, this is a community channel, right? And it's something I've always wanted to, I've tried to, you know, mention and instill, yeah? The fact that it's a community channel. Yes, you will get the odd wrong on here and there, right? Of course, I can't help that, you do. Very rare I get them in here, though, right? Which is good. But it's just a little place, isn't it? It's just a little place where we can all sort of get together. It's always the same people as well, right? And I know I see a lot of you guys in, say, Jez's channel or Northside's channel, and you know you're always together, and it's lovely, man. It's like you've never met, but you know each other. It's like your mates, right? I love it. It's a good network. Do you know what I'm saying? It's good. It's a place where people can come together, congregate, and say things, you know, and you feel no shame. No one's here to take the piss out of you, right? You know, and we all get on. And it's like a family feel to it. And do you know what? I love that, guys. You have no idea. I really do. TG23, travel cost, food on top of the season, ticket price as well. And with the cost of living rising, we are starting to see cancellations of some season ticket holders. And this is the thing, right? A lot of people would cancel if they could. The reason why they feel they can't is because if they do, they won't get that back for several years, because there is such a big queue of people waiting to get on with the season tickets. So people have got season tickets. They can't afford it. They can't. But they have to find the money from somewhere, because if they lose it, they'll lose it for several years, and that's sad. Anurin Jones, that's good. Absolutely shocking performance on Saturday. Could barely string 2 passes together and defended like a bunch of clowns. Doesn't fill me with confidence going into the season. Yep. We've got Steve RFC. Big up yourself, Steve. Hope you well, mate. Since I joined stream late, it's been a good live stream today. I will watch this in football. This is Football Husam in about 30 minutes. That will be as good as this. That sounds like a compliment, Steve, so I'm going to take it as well. Okay, thank you very much. Ali D, what annoyed me most about this club is we sacked the effing mascot during COVID, yet we have spent more on players than any other club. Was his wage that massive? Embarrassing. And Steffi, 2 of my faves. Can't wait for the stream with Jez. Now, when she says 2 of her faves, she's obviously all about me and Jez. So, Steffi, thank you very much, love. I know I will get that sorted, people. I promise you. I will get it sorted. Yardman will be great to get on. He speaks facts. Dave Riley, big up yourself, Dave. Do you know what? I don't think he's got a social media, has he? I'd like to reach out to him. And if anyone's, I don't know, if anyone sees him or comes across him, tell him to hit up Diesel, yeah? Darren Sullivan, nice one, Diesel. Great show as always. Looking forward to the next one. Cheers, Dal. Top man, mate. And guys, do you know what? I am gonna Deez, we want to know about your Tinder escapades next stream. Mate, I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I'm smashing the arse out of it at the moment. I'm on 3 of them. So I'm on Tinder, I'm on Hinge, I'm on Bumble, yeah? 3 of them. I'm smashing the arse out of it. It's don't get me wrong, there are occasions where I am doing some serious say serious, but yeah, a bit of mileage. But you know what? When you see some of them, you think, yeah, that's worth the drive. But listen, I'll make no bones about it. I'm a single lad, right? I'm a lad. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm having fun. When I'm with someone, I'm loyal to the death, right? But I do like the single life. I love my own company. And this is another thing, guys, I just want to quickly touch on, right? And this sort of goes, it's very sinks in nicely with some of the comments that I've had on Instagram in the private DMs, right? Now, look, we're in a world now, and I know a lot of people who don't really like their own company, if that makes sense. There's a lot of people out there who are scared to be alone, right? And I get it. Cool, I get it. That doesn't mean that you stick it out with someone who you're with when you know it's not right. You know she's not the right one for you, or he's not the right one for you, whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of unhappy couples out there. I know a lot of couples who don't want to be together, not really, but they feel they have to because they're at an age now where they believe that if they become single, they're going to be kept on the shelf and they're going to have to join a gym and get fit again. They're back out on the market. They've got to find their own place, and they've got to see their kids once a fortnight and open up their own bank account because they've got a joint one. Then they've got to buy a car because they share the car. Do you know what? And it's a lot of obstacles, and I get it. I get it. You know, why twist when you can stick? But at the end of the day, you only live life once, right? You live life once, and you don't want to get to an age where you look back and you think, what have I done? Yeah. So, yeah, listen, work hard at a relationship, cool. But if it comes to the point where you're like, you know what, this ain't working, I don't, you know, we're not right for each other, whatever, then, but I think a lot of that is because a lot of people, they don't like their own company, right? A lot of them will never admit that, but they do. I live on my own. I love my own company. I don't know why. I've always been that way. I like doing what I want to do. If I want companionship, I can get that. But if I want to be on my own, I can have that as well. I've got the best of both worlds. And I think if people learn to be on their own rather than keep deep diving into a relationship, breaking up with her, and then 2 weeks later you're with her, then you're with her, that never leads to anything good, really. Start to love yourself and start to respect yourself. And I say this to everyone: if you don't respect yourself, how can you expect anyone else to respect you? And that is a fact. That's not even an opinion. Keep that in mind, guys, right? Know your self-worth. Someone said it earlier on. Know your self-worth. Because if you don't, they won't. And I really do mean that, right? You know, just respect yourself and love yourself. And I'll tell you something. You start doing that and you start believing in it, I'll tell you something. Good people will come to you. I promise you. But listen, Ali D, Diesel, I think I'm in your age category. So I'm 41, mate. I know I look younger than that, but yeah. Can I say it's all that Aveeno cream, right? Diesel, I think I'm in your age category. Are you finding the ladies our age trying to get married to you on your first date? It's effing scary. No, I don't, if I'm honest with you, mate. They do get attached very quickly, though. They do get attached. But, do you know, I'm not going to lie to you. Obviously, you know, people have got a way about them, right? And it's obviously, it's all about timing, saying the right thing at the right time. It's all about, you know, maintaining that eye contact. And obviously, before you know it, you know, they are putty in your hands. So, yeah, like the marriage thing. Look, listen, I'm one of those guys. I'll say what I've got to say, do you know what I mean? But it's... But yeah, they got to slow down. That doesn't scare me in a sense, but on the first date, it's a bit off-putting because I'm one of those guys who thinks, if you've said that to me, how many guys before me have you said that to? Do you know what I mean? You know, like you get those girls, I'm not normally like this. I don't normally do this, but there's something about you. I'm like, yeah, whatever, babe. How many times have you used that line on the guy before me? Do you know what I mean? So listen, red flags everywhere, right? And I do sort of like look out for them, and I'm quite good at spotting them. Yeah, but all right, we'll play your game. I'll play along, you know, for a little bit. But yeah, look, all it is, guys, just keep your eyes open, have your wits about you, and just be wary. That's what I'm saying. Just be wary. Trust has to be earned, right? You don't dish that out early doors. It's got to be earned. Got to be earned, right? Simple as that. And I think that's it. LED, that's why I'm single. I'm too comfortable in my own space. I don't want to rock the boat. And do you know what? I'm that way as well. And sometimes, mate, I'll be honest with you, Ali, it goes against me sometimes because I love the fact that I can come home and do what I want. Now, I am willing to give that up, but it's got to be for the right girl. And it's got to be a girl who's going to blow me away, right? I'm not one of them, I know a lot of guys who are like this. They're with a girl, they hit 40, 41. They're scared they're going to be on their own. Society tells them they have to be with someone. And then the first girl that comes their way, they grab hold. Oh, you'll do. No, I can't be with someone and just make do. I have to look at a girl and think, oh my God, yes, you're the one. You are wifey. You're Mrs. Diesel, right? I have to. For me to give up my comforts, I'll happily give them up, but it's got to be for the right person, not just anyone. All right, and I think that's where a lot of people they go wrong. So that's all I would say. Early Doors Football TV, Gigolo D in the house. Come on, maybe I should change the name of the channel to that. I don't know. Can you imagine? My subs will go right up. And they're in Jones. Marriage is a load of crap anyway. If you're in love, you're in love. Why do you need to host a big ceremony and sign a load of paperwork to prove it? A lot of people nowadays are put off by marriage because you know that saying is cheaper to keep her, right? Yeah. You get married and obviously it don't work out. It's like the Eddie Murphy stand-up comedy, isn't it? It's half. She gets half. If you're married, just beware of that. Everything you've got, she's got half. Or even from a woman, the man's getting half. Just be careful, guys. It's cheaper to keep her. Right, Ali D, spot on D's. Come on, I know what I'm talking about, bruv. Whether it's football, birds, whatever. I've been there. I'm about, trust me, close enough. I'm 38. Yeah, look, listen. What was that, 3 years? It's nothing. Guys, listen, still 25 watching. I'm going to go now. An hour and 50, quite short for me, but I think I've done well. I'm going to do a stream this week. I'm going to get in touch with Jez and we're going to sort it, right? All I ask is just please smash the likes. The last couple of streams I've done, the likes have been proper good. I think the last one hit 100, yeah? And 100 is round about the benchmark I'd like it to be. Do you know what I mean? So, look, 48 at the moment, which is cool. But, yeah, listen, I'm trying to get to 2K, guys. So, help a brother out, right? Thank you. Much appreciated. And I will be doing more streams, all right? But, yeah, listen, I'm going to do one with Jez this week. Warren did one about 3 weeks ago. Christ, was it 3? Hang on. Let me just quickly double check that. When did he do that? Give me 2 secs, guys. 2. Right, he did, yes. Right, now, anyone who doesn't know, very quickly, so Warren's Team Talk, and he's another one, please, to go and subscribe to. Very good friend of mine. He comes on this channel, and he does the paranormal stuff, conspiracy theories. The last one he did was Jill Dando, right? Accident or murder. Was it an accident or was she killed? And he did a really good job of that. And then, obviously, he did one after that where he does like a Q&A. So what I'm essentially saying, guys, is number one, Warren does a lot of research on these channels, on these streams he does, right? All I ask is please, just give him a watch because it's. I don't know about you, but I love that sort of stuff. I love conspiracy theories. I love delving and doing a deep dive into it because nothing is as straightforward as what we see or as what we're told, whether it's on the news or in a newspaper or whatever, right? Sheep do that. Sheep read a newspaper and believe everything that's in it. Sheep watch the news and believe everything that they see and hear. I don't. Yeah? Warren don't. Right? We have these long chats all the time about stuff. He's going to be doing more. He's going to be doing some really good topics coming up. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. He's very ill at the moment. So, Warren, if you're watching this, mate, I love you. So does the chat. Get well soon. Miss you. And, yeah, we'll catch up when you're a lot better, mate. All right? So, yeah, me to you. Come on, brotherly love. And other than that, guys, listen, thank you for watching, guys. Much appreciated. I'm going to let you go now. I'm going to go in bed and watch a little bit of TV, right? See what's on. Yeah. And then I'm going to go to bed and get my beauty sleep so I look this pretty in the morning. Love yous. Speak soon. And I'm going to play the intro, the intro as the outro. You know what I mean? Whatever. Love yous. Bye. Well, well, well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere.